Hello, what is up, Zelda fans? In this video, I'm going to be ranking all the shrines and tiers of the kingdom. This is crazy. I know it's crazy, but I'm going to do it right now without any more, except I want to say please like and subscribe for more Tears of Kingdom content in the future, more Zelda stuff. Gonna go back to the traditional stuff soon, you know. I mean, developers probably won't, but I'm gonna. So let's get into that. But first, before we go into that in a different video, we're gonna rank all the shrines. So yeah, let's go. 152. Yes, there are 152. In 152nd place is the Jochi-ihiga Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. This might be the least favorite shrine in Tears of Kingdom. Not only is there another stupid green crystal, there's like 27 quests about them, but you have to pay rupees to get into the shrine. Not only is it bad, we have to pay rupees to get in. I'm sorry, I can't with the green crystals, I can't with paying rupees, F tier. Nintendo, be ashamed of yourself. Alright, next, 151, Zanmik Shrine. Scoop it out. Come on, guys. Come on. This is like that weird one ball one in Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's just like annoying. The weird one with all the colors and stuff. Like, and if you have to count in a shrine. No. If we have to take 50 objects and take them out of a bucket. No. No, this is not fun. This is just the worst shrine puzzle in the game. All you have to do is take a bunch of Ultra Hand. You have to take a bunch of balls out of a ball pit. What kind of crap was this? I don't know who was thinking this, but if you like Misery, this will be your favorite shrine. Alright, F tier. Alright, next in 150 is the Gatanisis Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. This shrine isn't as bad as the stupid Rock for Sale quest, but it's close. Like, I don't want to give away 5 gold apples. Why should I have to give away 5 gold apples? It's a little fun to collect them if you want to collect them, but I don't like giving away things to greedy Koroks. Any shrine that makes me part with my valuables goes in F tier. The shrine is cruel, an unusual punishment. I'm an American citizen. I don't deal with that crap. So give me my stupid apples back and get away from my house, you dumb Korok. Alright, next is the Mayachideg Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. This is just silly. You get the Hatino Ancient Tech Lab, and it's like, ha ha ha, you get your sensor. And it points you right to the shrine. Like, immediately. It's like, okay, there's the shrine, boom. Why? And it's a Rauru's Blessing shrine. Like, yes, I know I just got the sensor. Yes, I know I should... But, like, the sensor is its own reward. I don't need you to tell me exactly where a shrine is right after. Like, it's a free chest, whatever. I like that, I guess. But, like, I wanted a puzzle. Like, give me a nice puzzle shrine because I didn't earn to a Rauru's Blessing. Alright. Next is the Gatanisis Shrine, Rauru's Blessing in 148. It's just... I don't even know. This is the easiest crystal ever. Easiest sky crystal to get. Like, it doesn't even need to be a quest. There's literally, like, a pile of rocks, and it's in that pile of rocks, and there's no obstacles in the way, and then you just kind of walk, and it's kind of boring. F tier. Alright, next, the Domizuin Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. It's just a blessing shrine that's literally in mid, like, open air. Like, what? The only shrines I like less... there's just... Tears of the Kingdom, easy blessing shrines never work. The only thing I like less is stupid blessing shrines. Just, I can't. Like, I don't want to steal crap from Rauru. I want a puzzle or a battle or something else. So, yeah. Alright, I promise I'll get less negatives soon. But, I mean, we still got, like, 3 F-tier shrines. So, next, in 146, the Gatanisis Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. The only reason this isn't at the very, very bottom of the list is because it is a nice checkpoint on the way to the Wind Temple. But literally, this whole shrine, all you do is it's right outside of the Wind Temple, and it's just a checkpoint so that if you fall off, you don't have to go all the way back to the ground. You just kind of like you can get back on the pirate ships, right? And then, so it's just nice. But give us a wind-themed puzzle shrine. Come on. Give us a shrine maybe that let us use icicles in the shrine so that we can get used to it for the Wind Temple or something. Or a windmill one so that we can actually understand that one puzzle. Like, I don't know. Give us something that introduces us to something in the Wind Shrine, kind of like the pirate ship one did, Downward Force. So, I don't even know. F tier. Alright, next in 145, it's the S-Host Shrine, Combat Training Shields. Wait, nobody needs to learn how to use shields. It's the same in every game. You click a button, and boom, shield. Yeah, you can parry, I guess, all that crap. But it's not like it teaches you how to shield surf jump. That's the most important thing that you need to learn. Because you can, like, jump higher and all that crap. Oh, we're not learning about, like, the different things you can attach to shields. No, that's in a different shrine, which is a good shrine, but still. No, we're not learning about anything. We're just learning about how to parry and press how to use a shield. Like, bro, new players can figure that out on their own. We don't even need this. And, you know, Breath of the Wild people like, bruh, we're good. Okay. Now we're moving on from the F tier to the D tier. In 144, the 10 of 10 Shrine, Combat Training Throwing. If you've played Breath of the Wild, this shrine does not need to exist. And even if you haven't played it, like, you're accidentally going to click the throwing button when you're trying to shoot a bow at some point. Like, it's going to happen. Like, it's intuitive. Like, we don't need to learn how to throw a spear when everyone and their grandmothers can learn that on accident. Like, D tier. Alright. Next, in 143, the Mayachideg Shrine, Combat Training Archery. This shrine teaches you how to use a bow. Wow. It's almost like we don't need to learn how to do that. Wow, wow, wow. Nobody says this. This is not necessary. Like, bro, at least shooting is more fun than throwing stuff, but like, seriously, why, bro? D tier. Alright. Next is the Gatanisis Shrine, which is also a combat training archery, but this time it's learning how to shoot while in midair on your paraglider. Yes, the bullet time stuff is fun, but come on. Again, people are going to figure this out. I don't think anybody is going to, like, use a bow and not think, oh, I'm going to jump off a cliff and try to use a bow. Like, that is just something that every player wants to try. And when they figure out it freezes time, they're going to, like, crap in their pants. But no, this shrine just wastes that fun opportunity of learning. And same with the next shrine, 141, Sinatanika Shrine, Combat Training Sneakstrike. Again, I mean, this is one of my favorite combat training shrines since it's still a little fun, even if you've learned how to use the Sneakstrike, but it's still, for me, it ruins the idea of full freedom, full immersion. When you get these tutorials popping up, like, I get it, you need a tutorial for the new abilities, like, obviously, but like, a tutorial for a Sneakstrike was not necessary. Like, it can be something that we figure out along our way, and it's like, kind of broken, but it's not even that important in the game. I feel like Sneakstrikes aren't really even the best thing to do anyway, so just, I don't know, this kind of sucks. Alright, we're almost out of D tier. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five more D tier shrines. Okay, that's good. If you think about it, like, there's 135 non-D tier shrines, which means that anything C tier or above is at least average, so that's nice. Alright, 140, Domizuin Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. Not another uninteresting blessing shrine. Like, bro, I fell down a well. I was gonna go down that well anyway for that stupid quest, but no, we get a shrine. Like, come on. Like, if I fall into a cave, I want a bubble frog, or I want some enemy loot, I want some ropies, I want an armor set. Like, I don't deserve to get this orb of light when I'm going down the well anyway, because I'm just gonna get a bunch of stuff from it already. Like, I love that they're hidden in wells, but the fact they're blessing shrines is just not okay. I don't know, bro. Like, I kind of wanted some substance to these shrines, if you know what I mean. Alright, next, the Bamitok Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. This is so mid. There's no quests, no puzzles, and somehow it's a blessing shrine. Wow. I mean, the entrance is kind of cool. It's like half submerged in the water, but honestly, like, all you have to do, go underwater, kill like 3 enemies, maybe 4, maybe 5, somewhere in that range. And it's so mid. Like, you go in, kill some enemies, and boom, there's a shrine. It's just, I don't know, the cave entrance is kind of cool, but the rest of it sucks. Alright, 3 more D tiers. 3 more D tiers. Okay, Rasitakiwak Shrine, number 138, Rauru's Blessing. Another boring shrine, found in another boring cave. The only reason this is not an F tier is because it's a quick, fast travel spot to Selmy spot, which is a fun shield surfing course, but still, that's not even that important, because like, that course, like, once you've done it, once you got your rewards, like, it's not really useful. And you're like, what if I want to keep buying soldier shields? Well, soldier shields are not even that good. Like, bro, there's so many better shields in this game. So I don't know, I'm sick of blessing shrines that shouldn't be blessing shrines of D tier. I promise there are shrines in this game that are good, guys. There are shrines that are good, I'll get there soon. Alright, number 137, the Su-Sub Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. Again, we fall down a freaking well. Wow. But, like, I like when they're hidden in wells. Like, that's fine. Especially if there's a little puzzle to get there. But, like, I don't deserve a blessing just for falling down a well. There is no puzzle. It's just a freaking, like, we tap something, or we get a treasure chest. Like, this is, like, instant gratuity. This is like getting a like on an Instagram post. Like, this is nothing. Like, this is like the dopamine of an ant, bro. Like, this is nothing. Like, this is not worth. I mean, there's a stone talus near the shrine. There's a stone talus. I like stone taluses. Beating them up, it's all good, bro. But like, really, The fact this is a blessing shrine is honestly almost offensive. Alright. Honestly, I'm kind of hating on these a bit, but like really they're kind of mid. Alright. The last D tier shrine on this list. Again, it's just you fall down a well, and instead of a, you know, what's it called? A stone talus kind of being in your way. And when I say kinda, I mean kinda. Like, it's really not in your way. Like, you can totally avoid it. This time it's Gloom Hands. Again, you can completely avoid them before entering the shrine. But, you know, Gloom Hands are a little more interesting and than a Stone Talus, in my opinion, since Stone Taluses are even in Breath of the Wild. So, yeah. Alright, finally, we can move on from these boring blessing shrines. Alright, don't get me wrong, guys. The C tier does not suck. But it's just not... none of these shrines are, like, my favorite, you know? Like, I was fine with all of them. They don't need a change or anything, but, like... not really feeling them. Never would replay them, honestly. But anyway, alright, 135, the TOTK Shrine Rauru's Blessing. This is about as basic as a Sky Crystal quest can get, and I mean, I know a lot of people love these, I think, but I don't, like, it's just really not that interesting. I mean, the Zonai devices and stuff, they're fun to use and stuff. It isn't bottom of the barrel, but, like, getting the Rauru's Blessing Shrine is just as average as can be, so not really feeling the TOTK Shrine. Alright, 134, Domizuin Shrine, Proving Grounds Beginner. My only problem with this shrine is in the name of the shrine. Like, you can probably guess. It's for beginners. As someone who played Breath of the Wild, got all the shrines and stuff, all the Korok seeds, all the stuff. Well, no, sorry. Almost all the Korok seeds, all that stuff, like, did the Master Quest, like, all that stuff. Like, I don't need, like, I'm not really going to love this Proving Grounds Beginner Shrine and all that stuff. And speaking of, for those who have gotten this far in the video, I would like to say one thing. Because I was just bringing up Breath of the Wild and stuff anyway. If we can get to certain milestones on this video, I am going to do different things. So I'm going to tell you them now. If we can get 3,000 views on this video, I will make a Breath of the Wild All Shrines ranked. If I can get to 5,000 views on this video, I'll make a Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom Shrines ranked together in a crazy, how many, 273 shrine ranking video. That'd be crazy shiz right there. And then next at 10,000 views, all light routes ranked from Tears of Kingdom, 25,000 all quests ranked in Tears of Kingdom, 50,000 all Korok seeds ranked in Tears of Kingdom, and 100,000 all Breath of the Wild Korok seeds ranked. So if you want to see any of these crazy videos, please share this video with other people. Alright, now let's get back to the ranking. That was a lot there, but honestly, come on guys, let's get there. Let's get there. Alright, next on this list is going to be the Jochi-iu Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. There's a fun little gyroscope puzzle thingy here. I guess that's kind of cool, but like, it looks cool, but it's pretty much the most basic puzzle out there, like, no joke. It's not even like a puzzle. Like, you just rotate this thing and then you get the crystal. Like, come on guys. Come on, we can do better than this. Alright, next is going to be the Gatanisis Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. Another basic gyroscope puzzle thingy, but like, this one's a little more difficult. Not too easy, not too interesting. It's just a little better than the last one, but barely. Alright, next the Igashuk Shrine, Rauru's Blessing at 131. It's almost like we found the giant horse already in Breath of the Wild. What? Seriously, this is the most original shrine ever. Like, we're finding the giant horse again in Tears of the Kingdom? Wow. We get another green crystal? We get another green? It's not like there's any green crystals in this game. Wow. Yeah, two of my biggest things. I don't know. I don't like green crystals, and I don't like repeats of previous things. So, I don't know. This is pretty bad. Alright. Next, at 130, Jochi-ihiga Shrine. Another C tier shrine, a spinning device. I mean, this accomplished what it needed to. It accomplished what it needed to. Kind of like Proving Grounds Beginner, like it did exactly what it said. It introduced the player to wheels. But it's just, this is not very interesting. Like, you can figure out how wheels work without a shrine to tell you. Like, we could have, like, this is not really an introductory shrine, because, like, some of the other ones, like the rockets, really teach you how to use rockets. But what we could have done in this shrine is we could have utilized how wheels are used in a more interesting way. Like, we could have done some, like, forward force type crap over here. Like, we could have done some more interesting stuff with wheels than just basic car building. Like, I mean, even an 8-year-old, even a 6-year-old could probably figure out, oh, these are wheels, let's put them on this board, and boom. Anyway, alright, 129, the Kamatukis Shrine, a precise strike. My problem with this shrine is it's not original. The long and wide shrine does it better. A fixed device shrine does it better. Mallet smash does it better. Blah blah blah, something to hit shrine. Carry to hit. No. Strike to hit. I give up. It's the weird one with the spike balls, but I think you get it. There's a lot of shrines in this game that are just better than the precise strike shrine. Also, Breath of the Wild, like, I liked the shrine in Breath of the Wild where you stasis the ball and had to hit it more than this one. Because that was at least interesting, even if more frustrating. I can't pronounce. So yeah, let's move on. Alright. Number 128, Mayachideg Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. This is a hidden blessing shrine. Alright. Why is it not in D tier? Well, this one was a little more special, I guess. I don't really know. It wasn't good, but there's a marginal joy in finding this shrine. Like, it doesn't compare to any other shrines next on this list, but it wasn't bad. Alright. 127, the Jochi-iu Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. Just like the last shrine on this list, it's kind of fun to find. It's another Rauru's Blessing. It isn't too special. Like, yeah, it's a little cool, but it's just there's too many of these shrines in this game. Oversaturation is not going to help this shrine be any better. Alright, 126, Mayachideg Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. All you need to do is Ultra Hand a Sky Crystal off of a Flux Construct and unlock the shrine. I mean, you can beat it too, which is more fun, what I did. But, like, there's so many Flux Constructs. Quite a few shrines rely on using them or other bosses to unlock a shrine. That just gets unoriginal pretty quick. So, another average C tier shrine. Alright. 125, the Domizuin Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. You fight a weak Hinox, you get a crystal, you get in the shrine, you grab the chest, you grab the Orb of Light. Boom, 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 Holy Ghost. Boom, 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 bad. Boom, 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 C tier. Alright, let's move on. 124, Gatanisis Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. Another boss fighting shrine. There's like 3 more. You fight a boss, and you get the crystal, and you put it 2 steps away, and boom, you've done it. What happened to the interesting boss fight shrines in Breath of the Wild? The 3 brothers, the Pitch Black Hinox fight, the Eventide Island Hinox fight. Like, this is just not that interesting, and I was gonna kill the boss anyway, so I don't know. I mean, I want like a puzzle at least. I don't even know anymore. Let's move on. Alright, 123, the Momostic Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. Igniotalis. We get to kill an Igniotalis. We love Igniotalises. I mean, at least give me a Gleeok, because those are hard to kill. At least give me a Lionel, because those are kind of hard to kill. But no, we just throw some stupid splash fruit at this guy and boom, he dies, basically. So like, bro, I'm done. I'm done with these boss fighting ones. I mean, fighting a boss is more fun than falling down a well and doing absolutely nothing or paying rupees, but seriously, it's mid. Alright, 122, the Ciceron Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. Similar to the Igniotalises, Frost Talises aren't all that interesting to kill. To get into the shrine, you guessed it, you have to kill a Frost Talus. No, it's the Sky Crystal again. Like, I'm done with this. C tier, I don't even know anymore. Alright, next is the Sakun Bomar Shrine, another C tier. This time, we get a Korok showing us where to go! Oh, it's another Stone Talus. Dang, I could have guessed it. But hey, at least Koroks are cute, so it's moving up a bit. But like, little trek through the forest, it's a little aesthetic, a little fun, but you know, it's just another kill this boss, kill X boss, boom, so fun. Alright. Finally, we're done with the boss crap, and now we're at 120, which might have been the amount of shrines that should have been in this game, because this is the first shrines they actually good. It's still C tier though. It's a Rauru's Blessing Shrine because you get to raft your way down a river. It's kind of fun. We love our Zona devices and our rafts and our sky crystals. Actually, you know, this might be the first S plus tier shrine on this list. Thank you guys all for watching. Just kidding. This is a C tier shrine. Alright. 119, the Mayachideg Shrine, a sliding device. Okay. The biggest problem with the shrine is it isn't that bad. It really isn't that bad. It's a good introduction to the sled. But first of all, we could have totally done a freaking sledding hill shrine that could have had a cool obstacle course. We could have done all this crap. No, we get this. Oh, let's go across sand dunes with a sled. Oh, let's recall sleds going down a hill. No. This is just a worse version of the Bridging the Sand Shrine, because that did a lot of interesting stuff with the idea of going on a sled in the sand. Oh my gosh. It's the same riding in sand as on water, except water is a little faster. Like, it's the same thing. Like, why are we doing this way? I mean, the chest was a little fun to get, but it also took forever. Like, going down this whole separate path. Like, come on. We could have just had it in the middle of the sand or something. That could have been more interesting. Alright. In 118 is the Rasitakiwak Shrine, a balance plan. Okay, I like where the shrine was. It was aesthetic. I liked it was near the Yiga place, and I liked that it was a quick way to get into the Yiga place. It's one of those checkpoints where I'm like, I needed that. Thank you, and goodbye. But this one is just like, I don't know. The balanced approach shrine in Breath of the Wild, way better. Honestly, way better. It's hilarious how much better that shrine is than this one. This shrine did almost nothing cool, in my opinion, with the idea of balancing different objects. It was one of the most cheesable shrines in Tears of the Kingdom. Like, you can literally Ultra Hand a box, take it up to the platform where it ends, bring it back down, jump on it, and recall it, and boom, you finish the whole shrine. And if you want to, you can get the treasure chest as well. Like, seriously, bro? We didn't even have to do any of the balancing acts on this shrine. Like, I don't even know. Like, I seriously don't even know what this was even supposed to do with this puzzle, but it wasn't interesting to me. So yeah, let's move on. Alright, number 117. If this was going off what my favorite name for a shrine was, this would probably be S++ tier, top the list. The actual shiz, like, hands down the best in the game. The Jochi-iu Shrine. Sounds like something that someone made up while constipated on the toilet. But, like, what? Building bridges. Wow, we building bridges now. I'm crying. It's so excited. Like, yes. I just get pumped up. My blood goes crazy when we are building bridges. Dude, I think building bridges is hot, bro. I think building bridges is something that we should all strive to do in our own daily lives. I think building bridges shrine should be something implemented into Mario Wonder. I think we should build bridges in real life. I think we should all become construction workers and build a bridge across the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. And I think we should build bridges between each other and build deeper connections to one another through the Legend of Zelda. I am inspiring. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. This shrine sucks, bro. Like, first puzzle, you build a bridge. Second puzzle, you build a bridge. Third puzzle, you build a bridge. What? Okay, honestly, I kind of had a little bit of fun with the shrine because of how bad it was. It was like so bad it was good, but seriously, why? Alright, 116, the Susuum Shrine, the stakes guide you. I'm not a big fan of stakes. They're cool. They're utilized in interesting ways. I like they can like go through the floor and all that stuff. But guiding the ball like through with the stakes, I was just like the whole time all I was thinking is one, you can cheese this whole shrine because you can actually walk on the rails. And that's what I did, of course. And then two, I just missed the Cryonis shrines in Breath of the Wild. There was that epic Cryonis shrine where you look at this awesome waterfall wall and you have to use Cryonis blocks to guide this ball through the puzzle of the shrine. And then I think of the stakes guide you and how it takes about 20 seconds and it's not even a good puzzle. And I was like, frick, I like the Breath of the Wild shrines better. And that's why I want to get to 3,000 views and rank all of them, but I need your guys' help. Alright, next, 115, Sarutabomak Shrine, the way up. We love shrines centered around Ascend because, you know, Ascend is a crazy unique ability that doesn't just take you upwards. Wow. Alright, I love the Ascend ability. I love using it on the overworld and all that stuff. But, like, when a shrine is focused around Ascend, there can't be that much substance. In this one, you have to build a little tower with Ultra Hand and ascend up through it. It's kind of fun, a little quirky, you know. It's not bad. But, like, Ascend just is not used. It's not, like, something you should center a shrine around. It was originally supposed to be a dev tool. Like, this is not supposed to be something we're centering a whole shrine over. Like, bro. Okay, let's move on. C tier. Alright, 114, Sonopan Shrine, Missing Pathways. Like the last one, but cooler because, you know, there's missing pathways. But ascending there's no puzzles involved in ascending. Actually, 2 shrines have them, but this And those are way higher on this list because I love Ascend, but it just doesn't work in a lot of puzzles. But here, yeah, it doesn't really work that much. If you're using Ascend to find a secret chest, that is cool. But when we're using Ascend to solve an entire freaking shrine, it's just not interesting. C tier. Alright. 113, Marakuguk Shrine, sorry. Wield Wonders. This might be... No. Okay, we have 3 more C tier shrines, and this is one of them. Alright. The Marakuguk Shrine, I feel like it's one of the ones that just didn't work for me. I feel like I totally cheesed this shrine. I feel like I wasn't doing the right thing. Maybe I was, and the shrine just was kind of bad. But, like, I feel like something was off about this shrine. I don't really know what, but it just didn't really feel as interesting as other wheel shrines, like other vehicle shrines. I mean, I guess it was better than a spinning device. But, like... just wasn't that interesting. I didn't really resonate with the puzzles. I didn't really resonate with any of the stuff. Like, if I want to do a vehicle shrine, I want it to be a lot more interesting than this. Like, it's not bad. It's not bad. But it's like top of C tier for me. It's almost above average, but I didn't really understand what was happening here. So, honestly, average still. Alright, the Igashuk Shrine. One of the best C tier shrines. My second favorite C tier shrine. And that is Igashuk Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. It's kind of cool because there's a little quicksand recall puzzle right outside of the shrine, but honestly, it's just easier to like rocket to the sky or build a hover bike and get onto the shrine platform. Like, you don't even need to do this quest, and that's kind of a problem. I don't really like the Rauru's Blessing shrines where you can just skip the whole thing. Like, I don't know. And even with the puzzle outside the shrine, like, honestly, if you have enough stamina, you can also skip it. The recall, it's not really that interesting. Other shrines, like Against the Flow, do this idea better anyway, so I don't really know. C tier. Top of C tier, but yeah, C tier. Alright, 111, Jochi-iu Shrine, Courage to Pluck. This is one that I think is super cool, but it's just not for me. I don't really like Jenga, I don't really know how we pronounce that these days, but... I don't know, it's just not my favorite type of game. Like, I mean, this is a unique shrine. Like, I did not expect to be playing this in Tears of Kingdom. I just don't like it. I don't know what to say, except I don't like it. Like, I could have put this so much lower because it annoyed me and I just didn't like it, but it was cool. It was cool, and for people who like it, they like it. And the other Courage 2 Blank shrines are some of my favorite shrines in the game. But just this one wasn't it. This one was not it for me. Top of C tier because I admire it, but I don't like it. Alright, now we are at 110. We're getting closer to the top. Not really. We have so many... Oh, probably have like an hour left in this video. But honestly, let's get into it. So Yamayo Shrine, lowest B tier, combat training throwing. You're probably like, what? A combat training shrine? This high? Well, I'm biased because this shrine teaches you that you can throw items. You can throw items in this game. In Breath of the Wild, you can only, like, drop them. Or you could long throw them, kinda. But you didn't really do anything. But in this game, oh, you can throw fire fruit and light the enemy on fire. Oh, you can throw ice fruit. Oh, you can throw zap fruit. Oh, you can throw muddle buds. Oh, you can throw dazzle fruit. Oh, you can throw whatever the heck else you want to throw. Like, dude, this is epic. You can throw meat if you want to throw freaking meat. Like, this is cool. Like, you don't even have to fuse something to an arrow. If you think you can hit them without fusing to an arrow, yeah, combat train, throw it. Throw the heck. I mean, yes, you could probably figure this out on your own, but, like, this is really close to, like, the starting area, so it's easy to find. And also, it's just so cool. Like, I love that we can now actually, like, throw items. Like, throw them, not drop them. And yeah, I really like that, so I'm putting this shrine in 110. Fight me if you want, but I'm defending that shrine. Alright, 109, Gatanisis Shrine. Combat training. Okay, if you didn't play Breath of the Wild, you need this shrine. I'm not gonna lie, if you didn't play Breath of the Wild, you need the shrine. All the other ones, oh, let's learn how to shoot a bow. You can do that yourself. Oh, let's learn how to use a shield. You can do that yourself. You can do all this stuff yourself, but what the game doesn't tell you... And yes, sneak strikes, bullet time, all that stuff, yes, it's easy enough to figure out and it's fulfilling to figure out. However, the combat training, it teaches you how to backflip, it teaches you how to sidestep, it teaches you how to parry, I think. Maybe not, but like all this different stuff. And it just first of all, if you haven't played Breath of the Wild in a while, you might have forgot how the combat system works. Like, if you haven't played it since 2016, you probably might have forgotten all these advanced techniques. And if you haven't played this game, no way in heck you're going to know how to do all this stuff and flurry rush and stuff. Like, I think that this shrine is really effective at what it does. And if you played Breath of the Wild recently, like right before you replay this game, this shrine kind of sucks. But I can admire the shrine for actually being a shrine that I feel like should exist versus some of those other combat training shrines that really are not necessary. Alright, 108, the Gatanisis Shrine, Water Makes a Way. So it's pretty good. It introduces the player to the idea of hydrants and how they can be used to create bridges over lava. I do personally prefer the Against the Flow Shrine, which basically just takes this shrine and elevates it to the next level. But just, I don't know. When there's a shrine that's just worse than another shrine, it's just hard for me to say it's anything higher than a C or a B tier, so yeah. Alright, next to the Igashuk Shrine, Orbs of Water. Honestly, I hated these water orbs. I kind of hated the water temple. Okay, I like the water temple, but by far the least interesting temple in the game. By far one of the weaker Legend of Zelda dungeons in general. I mean, when you have such a good franchise like Legend of Zelda, I'm not going to say this was boring, like the water temple is boring, but this was just like a worse water temple, and when the water temple's already kind of mid, this is also mid. I think the only reason I have this in B tier and all C tier is because the last puzzle, where you have to like shoot yourself with these orbs at a 45-degree angle and you kind of like fly through the air in one of these, that was kind of epic. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of epic. But the rest of the shrine, I don't like these orbs. Alright, next in 106, the Mayachideg Shrine? I don't even know. I don't want to even pretend like I know how to pronounce these, but I really like the diving course you used to get in the shrine. However, the other two islands with diving courses, after you got the shrine, but you also got a puzzle. But no, this one's just a Rauru's Blessing. So as much as I love that stupid diving course, and it's good enough to put in B tier, it's just not good enough to put in A tier, because we get this, but without a puzzle, so honestly, yeah. Alright, next to the Domizuin Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. This is a boss fighting crystal quest. You're like, why didn't you put in C tier with all the other freaking ones? Like, no, it doesn't go there, because there's this cool spring contraction that you can use to get this crystal over right to the shrine pedestal, and you don't have to build some crazy Zona device that no one wants to build. So this is kind of fun. That spring contraption was honestly kind of sick. And I totally saved it in my auto build. What are you talking about? Of course I did. Like, I don't know. It might be weird to put the shrine in B tier just for this one little thing. But you know what? Heck. This is my favorite utilization of springs in the whole game. This little contraption here. So, yeah. Kind of love it. Alright. 104. Igashuk Shrine. Rauru's Blessing. It's fun. You have to carefully fly a sky crystal from one island to another using a wing and fan contraption, and it's a test of how fun you can fly. But like other shrines are flying shrines that are better. Wings on Wind, a flying device. Courage to Fall. We do interesting stuff with the flying, the wings in other shrines. But here, nah, it's just not too interesting. I mean, it's fun flying from one island to another, but there's another shrine in this game that you go from one shrine to another, and that's the Gatanisis Shrine, which is the same as the last one, but instead of just using wings, we get a hoverstone thingy. Like, not the basic hoverstones, either the big hoverstones that you like find on the Great Sky Island. And these can... Sorry, my brother just closed the door. He was playing Tales of Vesperia in the background, but if you heard some clicking, I apologize. But here, there's the hoverstones, like the small ones, and you get the huge ones here, and you get a rocket up to the sky, and it's a little more interesting. You get a steering stick it. It's just more interesting than using wings, because, I mean, it's a little bit easier, but it's not something we do very often, because they're kind of rare, these big hoverstones. So yeah, Gatanisis Shrine is a little better. Right next to the Igashuk Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. Another Sky Crystal Shrine. I'm surprised I even put this many Sky Crystal Shrines up in B, to be honest. But it's hidden amongst luminous stone, and you have to throw a crystal down the original island, get it down there on your own. Kind of fun, all that jazz. But, like, it's B tier, but I feel like it was one of those Sky Crystal Shrines where the creators were like, let's do something fun here, and I thought it was pretty good. Alright, in 101 is the Igashuk Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. This is one of the 3 Labyrinth Shrines. Honestly, I'm just going to mesh them all together. 101, 199, Igashuk, Mayachideg, and Motusis. I don't know which one I'll choose for the clip, but you'll figure it out, I'm sure. But just these 3 shrines are basically the same. They're labyrinths. They're all different labyrinths, but not different enough to say that any of them are individually higher than one another. They're basically all the same. And putting them all together, or like just if there was one labyrinth, I'd probably say like S, but these get kind of repetitive. And when you put them all together, it's like an S plus experience. Like if we got one huge labyrinth, I probably would have liked that better. But just the fact there's 3 of these and they kind of do the same thing 3 times, it's just not too interesting for me. Alright, in 98th place is the Mayachideg Shrine. We're out of the top 100 now. A bouncy device. And I'm just going to admit it, springs are not nearly as interesting to me as rockets. Like, a launching device shrine just does this idea, but with rockets, and so much better. Like, I don't hate the shrine, obviously, but I just want to be using rockets. I just want to be using rockets. Like, bro, I just wanted to replay the launching device shrine the whole time I was playing the shrine. And, like, I still like the shrine, but the fact that I felt that way, it means the rocket shrine is great, but it also means the shrine isn't too above average. Alright, next, 97 is the Igashuk Shrine, a windy device. It's a great introduction to the fan, one of the best Zonai devices in the game, in my personal opinion. It's pretty simple. It introduces you, oh yes, the fan can blow you up to the sky. Oh yes, you can use the fan to go across water and all this stuff. And yes, it's simple, but I like the fan a lot, okay? And I think it does what it needs to do well, and it's not a shrine hidden in the middle of nowhere, and then it's like, oh wow. Oh, a sledding device, hidden in the Gerudo Desert, and now it's teaching us absolutely nothing. No, it's pretty easy to find a windy device, and I think it does a good job of what it needs to do. Alright, next is the Attack Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. I usually don't like these Rauru's Blessing shrines that are just hidden away in caves, because they're not interesting. They're kind of annoying to find, the entrances are a little misleading, because like light routes don't really tell you actually how to get in the place. But here, there's a maze full of chests, horriblins, and an interesting shrine location on the back of the back of this little maze. I kind of like this idea. I like that there's like a whole camp, a whole horde of horriblins down here with a bunch of chests. It feels like a very, very mini like Proving Grounds shrine just in here, so it's kind of fun. It's not phenomenal, but it is B tier for me. Alright, in 95 is the Gatanisis Shrine, well-timed cuts. It's all about cutting ropes and using recall. Like, that's the whole point of the shrine. Like, it's not bad, it's not bad, it's not bad. But, like, after you recall it, you ultra hand it and you move it back, and then you're done. But, like, there's occasionally some challenge grabbing the stuff after it's falling, but it's just kind of quite bare bones. Like, it's not really interesting. It's not too significant. I'd say it's, like, right about in the middle of B tier. Like, it really is just about as good as you like. It's good, but there's nothing like great about it. Like, it's just a solid shrine, but not too good. Alright, 94th place is the Jochi-iu Shrine shape rotation. It's kind of annoying. But honestly, a lot of shrines in this game that I find annoying, I look back on and I was like, that was a banger. And this is one of those ones where I'm like, this was pretty good. I liked it. Like, it's kind of annoying, and I wish that we could have done some more interesting shape rotations other than these little, like, I don't know, like, this took like 15 seconds, but it's not my favorite shrine, but it's still pretty fun. There's no denying that. I just wish that we got some more interesting shapes. 93, Mayachideg Shrine, swing to hit. That's what it was called, not carry to hit. What was I saying? Anyway, swing to hit. It's not that special, but I liked how the physics engine was used here. I like where you have to hit the target and you have to use Ultra Hand here to kind of get it to like swing like a pendulum. It's less of a, oh, let's build something, and more of a, let's go. Let's figure this out. I got a kick out of the second puzzle. It was pretty fun. The chest was easy, but I kind of like getting it and all that stuff. So I'm going to give credit to this shrine. It's a nice B tier shrine. Alright, next is the Mayachideg Shrine, the Ice Gaizu. The shrine relied on creating ice and using them to hit targets by sliding them down spikes. It's pretty fun, but the Fire and Ice Shrine utilized spikes and ice much better than this shrine does. The Fire and Water Shrine, just way more interesting than this shrine. Like, there's just more innovative shrines in this game. There are better ones where you have to hit targets. Mallet Smash, even. Like, I like the Mallet Smash better than this one, and that's kind of sad. But, like, this shrine had a good idea, but again, it's just, there's cooler shrines, honestly. Alright, 91st place, Gatanisis Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. Okay, if the waterfall wasn't there, this would be D, F, something. But I did not know you could fly through waterfalls, and this is where I figured it out, and I'm nostalgic for this shrine. Fight me as much as you want, but the fact that I flew through a waterfall, I got to the shrine, and then I went right back and flew through the waterfall like 3 more times. I'm sorry, but I'm a waterfall flying simp. Alright. Next is the Gatatisis Shrine, upward and forward, 90th place. The shrine was very solid, but wasn't that interesting. Nice Ultra Hand puzzles, nothing crazy. It's worth replaying, like, it's not too bad. It's a higher B tier, but just, it's B tier. It's right above average. It's not anything I'm like, yes, that shrine invigorated my soul or anything. But it's nothing bad. It's nice. It's nice. Alright. In 89th place, the Gatanisis Shrine, Proving Grounds in reverse. Okay. This is nowhere near my favorite shrine in the game, but it is one of my favorite shrines in the game to talk about. Because usually the Proving Grounds shrines are like S or S plus for me. Like, I mean, not Proving Grounds beginner, because that's way too easy. But like, I just don't, they don't really live up to what it's saying. And I like to come up with ideas to how to make these shrines better. So the idea of Proving Grounds in reverse is you're doing things in reverse. But the problem with the shrine is all there is one gear. That's the only thing you can reverse. One gear to get to a higher platform. I'm like, wow. I mean, it's still Proving Grounds, still fun. You can go to fight some enemies, all that jazz. But here I'm just like, wow, we could have done this so much better. Here's some ideas I had. So maybe a couple constructs could throw rocks from an unreachable place. And there's no way you could kill them unless you recalled. That would be cool. It would allow the in-reverse idea to, like, mesh well with the shrine. And they, let's say, they could even have infinite rocks. Like, they could keep throwing rocks. They could keep spawning. But just letting that recall idea play more into the shrine would be great. Also, maybe you have a construct that as soon as you, like, enter into the shrine starts flying around on their hover bike. Then what you can do? I mean, sure, you can probably shoot them with an arrow, all that. But what you could also do is you could recall the hover bike and have them come back down. That would be really cool. Maybe another one of the constructs is standing on a gear and it's going forward, so they're not really doing anything, but you can reverse it so they start going backward and you can get that construct to fall in the pit that way. Like, nothing that should require you to use recall, but just a shrine more focused around recall. Not just one gear, not just fighting, not just anything super mediocre. Like, it's underwhelming. I wish it was a lot better. But I still think it's B tier because I like Proving Grounds shrines so much. So yeah. Alright, next at 88 is the Gatanisis Shrine, Proving Grounds Smash. I kind of have the same idea with this shrine. I don't have as many ideas on how to fix it, which means I think it's a little better in that sense because it doesn't have as much it needs to fix. But to me, this is more like Proving Grounds Ascend. Like, you don't really even need to smash anything. Like, I don't find this, like, offensive or, like, as offensive as the last one. But, like, you don't need to smash these pillars. You can just ascend and beat up the guys. You can, like, here's some ideas. Like, maybe the platforms were too high to ascend to, so you had to smash them. That would be more interesting. Or you could have constructs, like, standing on the wall or something. And they're, like, firing arrows down at you or throwing explosives. Maybe they throw explosives down on you and then you need to recall those time bombs or something to blow them back up. And then, or maybe there's just rocks all over the shrine and this is just absolute smash and chaos. Like, I don't know. I don't have so many ideas for this shrine on how to make it better. But, like, I think there could have been ways to make the shrine better. Like, what? Maybe we could even have the construct smashing Link. That would be kind of fun. Never mind, that'd be really weird. I mean, he's hot, but no. Alright, next in 87, the Rasiwak Shrine, Proving Grounds, Lights Out. Yet another one that is a little flawed for me. Like, it is a vibe. I like shrines that are just like, okay, we're gonna take the lights off, we're just gonna do this. But this could have been a more horror-like, difficult Proving Grounds shrine. Like, this could have been one of the cool ones where, like, there's like little jump scares. Like, maybe we have constructs like start shooting a bomb arrow out of nowhere or something. We could have made it more interesting. Like, we could have made it a more, like, dark horror-like shrine. But here's just, I don't know. I don't know. Like, it could have been more maze-like, having constructs sniping around every corner. Could have made this atmospheric shrine a lot more atmospheric. But just, it was too easy. It was way too easy for what it was. And I feel like it could have been a lot cooler if it wasn't. Alright, I swear this is the last, Proving Grounds Shrine, but in 86, the Jochi-iu Shrine, Proving Grounds Short Circuit. Another one where it just could have been a lot better. Here's some things I could say about it. Maybe there's a metal platform in the sky and the only way to hurt the constructs is to electrify a circuit to knock them out. So let's say there's a metal platform way high in the sky and they're shooting arrows at you. Maybe you have to make this, like, little Rube Goldberg machine to, like, solve it. Like, it could be something where it's, like, less battle focused, but you're, like, being attacked. Like, that would be cool. Like, maybe you have to build, like, you take one metal block to complete the circuit then you take like power turbine over here, all while you're getting rained down on. Like, that could be really fun. It could be a little more interesting, a little new spin, a fresh take on the Proving Grounds formula. Or we could take a huge pool of water somewhere in the shrine, and maybe there's a hidden thunder weapon somewhere in the shrine, and you could kill the enemies from afar. Sure, you could swim over there, or maybe you could like build a raft to get over there, or you could just find this hidden thunder weapon and toss it over there, and then just kill all the enemies. Like, giving options is great for Proving Ground shrines, but also giving unique ideas is also necessary to make these shrines worth playing. So I think these are fun. Like, we could have done some more like puzzle-like combat in this game with these Proving Ground shrines. I love the backflipping shenanigans in this game, but like, it's really fun. Like, but just sometimes I want more puzzle-based combat, and this would have been a great place to do that. So definitely B tier, but it's still a good B tier. All right, next in 85th place is the Gemimik Shrine, the Flying Device. I love wings. I love learning a bit more about wings. I will always love wings. Flying across these different gaps, it's fun. It isn't too special, but I will never get tired of the wings. I don't have anything, there's nothing wrong with this shrine. It does exactly what it needs to do. It's being a basic flying shrine, and I like that. I don't think that this shrine needs to be fixed. I just don't think it's anything too special either. Alright, next is going to be the Gatanisis Shrine, Spinning Gears. The shrine is so easy, it's honestly funny. Recall a gear, ultra-handed device. Get on the gear and then recall that gear. That's it, whole shrine. That's not why it's in B tier though, because I love myself some super hidden chests, and this shrine is my second favorite hidden chest in the game. You have to recall, not recall. You have to get on the gear, and then you have to keep going below the gear, and there's a hidden chest. Love that. Like, so I beat the shrine, I was like, oh wait, I didn't get a chest. So I go back to the shrine, I'm looking around a little bit, and then I'm like, wait a minute, there's no way. Did they just actually hide this chest like this? And you get down there, and there's like these like torches, like, you've made this, you've found this awesome chest, and I was actually kind of grinning. But like, honestly, the shrine itself is C or D tier. There's like no substance to it, but that chest made it worth it for me. Alright, 83rd place, the System Shrine, a controlling device. The steering stick did not need its own dedicated shrine, but for what it is nice. Because a steering stick, we all can understand how a freaking steering stick works. What the heck. But this is not the worst vehicle shrine. I'll take it any day over a spinning device. I'll take it any day over wheeled wonders. But like, it's no bridging the sands. It's no forward force. It's no Proving Grounds vehicles. Like, a controlling device is fun, but do we need this shrine? No. Is it worth it? Yes. I'm glad we have it. So yeah. Alright, next, I was actually just watching my girlfriend play this shrine, and this is 82 Gatanisis Shrine, Mount Smash. Alright, this is not the most interesting shrine. The second puzzle is pretty nice. It's not too complicated, not too interesting, not too unique, but it's a nice little take on the golf-like shrines. My favorite part is that it was my first time, it was the first time my girlfriend discovered the rocket shield. That puts it a bit higher on this list, but she was freaking out. And once she realized that the rockets kept respawning, she attached a rocket to every one of her shields, every one of her weapons, and it was so funny. I don't know why it was so funny, honestly, it was a vibe. And she just took the rockets, attached them to her wooden spears, and threw it. She skipped this whole shrine because she just didn't like the idea of it. But like, I don't know, I kind of love this shrine just for the memories, and it's not that bad. Okay, it's pretty bad, but you know, the memories give it B tier. Just pardon this one, okay, guys? Like, you don't have to agree with me on that one. Like, I'm trying to be a little more objective in most of these, but nothing about what I just said was objective, so yeah. Alright, next in 81st place is the Rasiwak Shrine, Rauru's Shrine? Okay, it's not Rauru's Shrine, it's Rauru's Blessing. This website I'm using is fundamentally flawed, but, to tell me what all the shrines are called. But the Rasiwak Shrine is kind of fun. Like, the whole quest is fine. I don't have any problems with this Yiga clan quest where feeding bananas see these things. But here is the thing. I love the whole Yiga clan quest. I love all that crap. But to get to the shrine, you have to go to all the different Yiga dungeons. You have to get all the pieces of Yiga armor. You have to get all the abilities in the Yiga hideout. You have to do all this stuff. And then at the end, there's just a shrine. There's just a shrine. I mean, a couple other little chests there. But like, we could have got some insane armor piece. We could have got some epic weapon. We could have got a new ability. Like, we could have got some epic stuff for this, and we just got a Rauru's Blessing Shrine. There needs to be a bit of a fine line, because I don't want instant Rauru's Blessing Shrine, and I don't want to, oh my gosh, I just took 30 hours, not 30, took like 5 hours on this quest line, and I just get a shrine at the end of all of it. Like, it's fine. I like all the stuff leading up to it. I just wish there was a bit of a better reward. So this is still B tier for me. Alright, number 80, the Rasitakiwak Shrine, Stacking a Path. It's one of my favorite hidden chests in the game, even though it's pretty obvious. It's an ascend puzzle. But it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Then Metal Connections from Breath of the Wild. Like, this is that, but better. It's still stacking boxes. I mean, Recall made it a bit more innovative. And, I mean, even though it's a cool box stacking shrine, box stacking is inherently kind of dumb. So, I'm going to put that right there. Alright, in 79th place, the Ren Shrine, Jumping Gaps. Rails, spheres, and ramps. This is awesome. While it's not cool as the ramp puzzle in the Fire Temple or the ramp puzzle in the Orbs of Water Shrine, this shrine does a good job making it fun to utilize these spheres and launch them across gaps. Like, just another problem shrine, like, it's too easy and not too eventful. Like, once you've done it, you've done it. It takes about 30 seconds, you've got it. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It wasn't too special, but it wasn't too bad either. Alright, in 78th place is the Building Blocks Shrine, Mayachideg Shrine. I like the premise of this shrine. It was like that weird Minecraft server game where, like, it shows you something and you build it. I guess that's not only in Minecraft. But, like, you see something, you do it. Like, kind of like copying a drawing, right? But it takes, it's like, oh, we gotta build a rectangle. Wow, we gotta build this little thingy. Wow, I would have loved to see some sort of one where we had to build some, like, heart or something huge. Some really cool building stuff, but honestly, we didn't get anything too special here. Could have been really cool. Or maybe if we had like a advanced building blocks shrine or something. I would like that. Like, this shrine isn't even that bad, but I just wish it was a little harder, to be honest. Alright, next in B tier, 77th place, the Gatanisis Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. I love rockets. I've said it a million times, and in this case, you take a rocket, you attach it to a sky crystal, and you fly it out of a pit. It is the quickest thing ever. Like, the quickest green crystal quest ever. And that's actually a good thing for me, because I don't love these green crystal quests. But I love rockets, and I mean, it's super easy. The green crystal kind of bogs it down a bit. But anytime I get to see rockets launch something into the sky and I get a shrine as a reward for it, I'm down, bro. I'm down. So I like the shrine. Alright. 76th place, Kaisazona Shrine, Wind Power. Yet another Tears of Kingdom shrine that delivers a great premise, but almost no substance. I wish there was a lot more. With a name as broad as Wind Power, we could have done like 15 million puzzles here. I mean, at least we could have done 3 to 5. But no, we get 1, and we get to power this cool like little apparatus, which is actually really cool because it is cool. But like, we get to get all these turbines spinning, and then we get to move on the shrine. But it could have been really cool. But we could have had so many other things. We could have had Korok leaves being used in the shrine. We could have had board gusters being used in the shrine. We could have had fans being used in the shrine. Like, we could have maybe even Tulin's powers, alright? Like, okay, that's probably a bad idea for the shrine being set in Eldin. But, like, we could have used some cool stuff in this wind power based shrine. But nope, not at all. We got nothing. So yeah, alright. In 75th place with the Rasiwak Shrine, Floatational Brilliance. It's pretty basic. I like the floatational buoy thingies, but like, they don't do anything too special with these. Like, you make a floating boat and you make some floating platforms. But I really like these yellow things. I wish there was a bit more of a substance here. And I like these floatational devices. They are pretty rare in the game, so the more of these I get to see, the better. But there's only one other shrine that uses them, and it's one of my favorite shrines in the game, actually. But here, there's just not that much being used here, and I wish more shrines use these floatational devices. And while the name Floatational Brilliance might be my favorite name for any shrine in the game, it just, I don't know. It just isn't, this isn't my favorite shrine, so yeah. Let's move on. I think we're almost out of the B tier. 2 more B tier shrines. We're almost there to the A tier. And that's crazy that there's still 72 A tier shrines in this game for me. A tier, S plus tier shrines for me. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Alright, 74th place, the Igashuk Shrine, Long or Wide. This has an interesting final puzzle, but it's completely spoiled by the name. It's completely spoiled by the name. Because, oh, some of them are long, and some of them are wide. I'm done. I don't even know. Like, this is a really cool shrine, I will admit. Like, it was fun. It was way better than Precise Strike, way better than Swing to Hit, way better than Mallet Smash. but it still didn't fully deliver on its premise, and that's kind of sad to me. And also, shooting making minecarts fly with baseball bat thingies, that's still pretty cool. Alright, in 73rd place, the Domizuin Shrine at Prone Pathway. It has a rotational system akin to Breath of the Wild's Divine Beast, but a lot simpler and quicker in design, so you rotate it around and you get different chests, you get different stuff, all that stuff. It made me actually miss the Divine Beast a little bit, which is kind of nice. But I like what the shrine was going for, but it's too short, confusing, and it just isn't a Divine Beast. Honestly, B tier. Alright. 72nd place, the first A tier shrine in the game. The bottom A tier, but still an A tier shrine. It's called More Than Defense. This is the shrine that teaches you how you can use shields and fuse together. You get some awesome ones. You get the rocket shield. You get the, I think you might get the mirror shield, possibly? I don't know, you get like the rocket shield, you get the slab shield where you have to parry to break something, which is one of the coolest puzzles in the game, and all that stuff. I mean, it was really cool. It really showed some really cool mechanics about shields in this game. I mean, the biggest problem, it is hidden in the Hebra sky, so by the time you get to the shrine, you've probably already figured all these things out, but this shrine is still pretty innovative and unique. It was executed well, and it wasn't too challenging, and I feel like they could have used more interesting shields, but you know what? As it is, it's really good. Alright, just yawning. Alright, because it is like 3 a.m. and I'm recording this, but it's 71st place, is the Gemimik Shrine, a retrace path. Okay, this is so easy, but I vibe with this shrine. So you hit something, and it moves this whole, moves the whole thing that you have to, the whole the thing you have to get the ball into, the target, the golf hole thingy. And it's not a top tier shrine, but it's so cool because you move it and then you move it back and you have to recall the ball. It's super cool. Sure, it's only, I don't know. The fact it's an A tier might be a little too much because it is this short. But you know what? If a short shrine is this kind of epic, I'm good with it. Alright. In 70th place, TOTK Shrine, building with logs. This is one of the most simple shrines in the game, but I kind of loved it. Way better than building with bridges. Because it took a simple concept and did quite a few things with it, wrapped it in a nice bow, making it a fun thing. We got a raft thing, we got to actually just build this whole ramp, we got to do some other stuff, I can't remember the other stuff, but the shrine was kind of basic, but it is a low A tier shrine for me. Not a high A tier, but still pretty fun. Alright, in 69th place, the Gatanisis Shrine, the ability to rise. Okay, if this wasn't the first time you could use Ascend, this would be bottom of the list. But the first time using Ascend is just such a cool experience. Animation is cool. It's oh my gosh, how it's going to change up the gameplay over Breath of the Wild. It's a very basic shrine, but it does a perfect job of introducing the Ascend ability through a couple of different ways. And there's actually a fun hidden chest in this shrine. And there's a lot of stuff in this shrine that's kind of fun. I don't think it should be higher. Honestly, I don't even know if it deserves to be this high, but really, any shrine that introduces one of the new abilities in the franchise after, 6 years of waiting? Come on, that's going to be a pretty good shrine. Alright, next is the TOTK Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. This is a cool shrine, because what you have to do is there's something about you have to, attach a wing to your spear and throw it. It's pretty cool. I don't know why it was really cool, but it just felt more like an actual shrine quest. In a game where there's so many Sky Crystal quests, I was kind of sick of those, and this was more of a return to, yes, shrine quests. So overall, the Faron region kind of sucked in terms of the shrines, but this one was actually pretty solid, so yeah. Alright, in 67th place, the Siwakama Shrine, moving the spheres. It's not too special, but you get to recall objects, recall these spheres in an interesting way, and move around, they get all fancy, all that, and you recall it and jump on it at the perfect time, pretty cool. Alright, next is in 66th place, the Nuda Shrine, Proving Grounds Intermediate. This takes me back to Trial of the Sword. Those ones where you get these big, huge enemy forts, you have no hearts, you have none of that stuff, but it's awesome. It's not as interesting as some of the Proving Grounds shrines. I mean, it is basic. It is just a Proving Grounds shrine. Oh, sorry guys, I'm yawning again. This is crazy, but yeah, it's just another Proving Grounds shrine. It's not too crazy, but it's fun. I like that there's a huge fort full of these constructs, and it's not as good as most of the Proving Grounds shrines, but I still like it better than a lot of these other shrines I've talked about. It's kind of crazy. Didn't expect it to be this high, but Proving Ground shrines are elite. Not gonna lie, this was fun. All right. 65th place, the Mayachideg Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. This is the one that's hidden in the back of Eventide Island and guarded by Bokoblin pirates. That's epic. Like, the whole vibe of the shrine. Like, this time I actually felt like I deserved to get the stuff for the shrine. Also, there's a surrounding quest, but it wasn't a shrine quest. So you would, like, actually have to talk to this guy to get this quest, and then upon doing the quest, you would actually stumble across the shrine. Like, this shrine was really fun. It wasn't too special, but it was pretty fun. Alright, 64th place, Jochi-iu Shrine. Proving Grounds Rotation. Proving Grounds Rotation takes Proving Grounds in reverse and makes it better. Sure, I would have loved in reverse to be so much better, but this does it better. It's rotating around. It's really claustrophobic, which is not like most of Proving Grounds shrines. That's fun. It makes it a little more chaotic. I mean, it makes it a bit easier because there's a lot less constructs, but still fun. It's still a pretty solid Proving Grounds shrine and a pretty solid normal shrine. Alright, in 63rd place is the Opogek Wings on the Wind Shrine. Shrine has some interesting ideas for how to use wings, flying from platform to platform, to get an accurate angle to fly to the end of the shrine. But unlike a lot of shrines in the game, it actually took me a second to find the answer to the shrine. That is a good thing. That is a good thing. But, like, as much as I enjoy using wings, like, this is not the best, not a top tier shrine, so A tier. Alright, in 62nd place, the Gatanisis Shrine, Unlit Blessing. Alright, this might be the shortest shrine in the entire Tears of the Kingdom outside of the normal blessing shrines, but having an idea of a puzzle, originally, like a puzzle shrine originally formatted as a Rauru's Blessing Shrine, and then that cinematic as it just, like, completely goes upright, that was super cool. All you have to do is shoot some fire arrows and jump on a little springy thing, but I don't care. I got to see a Blessing Shrine metamorphosized into something cooler, and for that, A tier. Alright, in 61st place is the Gatatiwak Shrine, Fire and Water. I love fire puzzle, I love water puzzle, meshing them together made a fun shrine. Although for me, I just compare this to Fire and Ice and think, wow, that one was so much better. But like, this is a low A tier for me, but like, when there's another shrine that is so comparable, this one's not quite as good, but it's still a lot better than that one ice shrine. I can't remember what it was even called. It's the Ice Guides or something. Like, the Ascend puzzle in this shrine is kind of unique. You get to use a bunch of different blocks to stack them up and make sure that one of them is like a little hanging off so you can still ascend into it. Like, if it was a more in-depth shrine, maybe 2 rooms bigger, this could have been an SS plus tier shrine for me. But low A tier for this one. Alright, in 60th place, the Motion Pin Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. This is one of the fun Sky Crystal quests in this game. You get to bomb different walls to get down while holding the green crystal. You get to traverse over lava and minecart. You get to build a Zonai device to get the Sky Crystal to the shrine. It is not a mediocre Sky Crystal quest. I mean, I wasn't obsessed with the shrine because, you know, there's a lot of Sky Crystals, but still, this was a good one. Like, this took the Sky Crystal and made it fun, so A tier for me. Alright, in 59th place, the Gatanisis Shrine, Against the Flow. This really feels like a fully realized shrine, something that a lot of Tears of Kingdom shrines don't feel like. Breath of the Wild capitalized on the ideas better than Tears of Kingdom. But, like, this shrine, not too bad. Like, Against the Flow, like, it's really talking about recall, flowing against the lava. It was cool. You're building bridges through water, building bridges with water, not through water. But you get to recall floating platforms to reach a ball. You get to build a boat out of hardened lava, which is actually epic. Sailing across a sea of lava. There's a lot of cool stuff here, but not way too special. Alright, in 58th place, the Ninja Shrine, an A tier shrine, where you have to go from the sky and dive down into the Korok Forest. So you're probably like, bro, that sucks. And yeah, man, it kinda, but I like it. The reason I like it is because the idea of this Hyrule Forest is that the Great Hyrule Forest, the Lost Woods, is that there's no way in heck you're going to get through it because there's just, it's all foggy. But, oh, we can dive through the sky right to this shrine and get into it without getting lost in the Lost Woods. Yes, please. This was a really cool shrine idea. And it wasn't hard, it wasn't anything crazy, but it was just cool that we actually got this idea. It's just a really cool concept. And yet another one, 57, Enoma Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. Another just cool concept. It's like the last shrine, but instead of diving from the Korok Forest from the sky without getting lost in the woods, you get to throw a crystal into a hole in an island. It's already cool as a hole in an island, but you get to dive through that hole, to the surface, through a whirlpool in about 10 seconds. It was crazy. and about 10 seconds of pure epicness. I mean, it's not enough to put it in front of a lot of these other well-designed puzzle shrines, but diving from the sky with your crystal in hand is elite. Going straight from the sky into a whirlpool is just too cool for me to pass up. Alright, 56th place, the Taiyosipin Shrine. Forward or backward. This shrine is too easy to solve. Nice recall puzzles, all that stuff, but like, it's just too easy. Like, the recall puzzles are really solid here, really liked them, but really too easy for me. I mean, if a combat-based shrine or an exploration shrine was like easy, heck, whatever. Like, I don't care. But if you're gonna make a puzzle too easy for me, like, that's just kind of sad, because I'm not really that smart anyway, and I just kind of want a fun little puzzle. Alright, the Mayachideg Shrine, Rauru's Blessing, A tier, is the Star View Island portion of the game. It's one of my favorite sky islands. It looks really cool. You get to manipulate the light on the island to come together to create a cool, yet very quick and intelligent light reflection puzzle. The only reason I don't have it higher is because there's just so many good light reflection puzzles in this game. A reflective device. That one. The one with the lighthouse island or whatever. Buried light. The whole lightning temple. Just, this is one of the more mediocre ones, and saying that's actually crazy, because that's a good light puzzle shrine. Alright, in 54th place, the Domizuin Shrine, Proving Grounds, Low Gravity. This one did exactly what it said. It didn't do anything wrong like all those other ones, but here's the thing. I like the shrine, it should exist. But I wish we got a shrine called, like, Proving Grounds, Changing Gravity. And we got a whole Proving Grounds shrine based on manipulating gravity, like we got in the Gravity and Velocity Shrine. We manipulate gravity to kill enemies. Like, I don't really know how that would work, but I can see there being some crazy trash, like some crazy stuff with low gravity, and just some, I don't know, there could be some cool ways to manipulate gravity to make a really cool Proving Grounds Shrine. So while this does what it does totally fine, I just wish we got, instead of one of these boring, like, stupid pay rupees shrine, we could have got a Proving Ground switching gravity. That could have been so cool. Anyway, I'm moving on now. 53, Jochi-iu Shrine, Rise and Fall. This shrine is a very strong shrine, but yes, it's another too easy. But with 3 distinct recall puzzles that are all very different, bring different things to the table. I mean, the first 2 puzzles are really intuitive, but the third one is one of my favorite recall puzzles in the game. Utilizing a weight switch that you need to manipulate to make good use of. You gotta use recall, ultra hand, climbing up ladders, all that stuff. Like, the first 2 puzzles be pretty basic, but they're still fun, and it doesn't hinder the fantastic third puzzle. And it's not bad. Basic isn't even that bad, so A tier for this one. Alright, 52nd place is the Papa Shrine, Backtrack. It's a little bit better than Rise and Fall for me. Not too much better, but there are 2 unique puzzles that encourage you to recall in the shrine. One, you have to light a torch by taking it across the water, recalling it, and getting it. But then the second, like, that one's fine. You technically just throw a fire fruit and end that part. But opening the way to the end of the shrine is awesome, because it utilizes having to use these 2 different, like, holes for the ball. And it's really interesting because one of them unlocks one door and one of them unlocks the other door. So you gotta, like, ultra hand recall some stuff to actually open up both of the doors, and that was really fun. Alright, next to the Gatanisis Shrine, a well-timed bounce. Well-timed bounce, oh yes, please. This one is awesome. Of course, I wish it was longer. If it was longer, it'd be higher. I love the idea of the shrine. I wish we had more stuff. S plus, it would have been that high. But, like, I don't really like precision shrines in Tears of Kingdom. They kind of bother me and kind of annoying. But this one is cool. Like, it could have been more in-depth, but as it is, near the top of the list. I mean, not way too near, but, like, still, this is better than 100 shrines, in my opinion. It's super short, but it's really that good. Alright, next on the shrine, Runekit Shrine, Built to Carry. This is what I was thinking when I said carry to hit. I was thinking build to carry. My bad, guys. But in 50th place, yeah, Built to Carry. I love shrines that incorporate rails, and I love shrines that start at the beginning and end at the beginning. It's just a very well-designed shrine, but it's a lot of rail manipulation. It's fun, but it's a bit too easy, and it's just not the most interesting thing. I mean, there were a lot of these puzzles were already on the Great Sky Island, and they just were taken over here, so it's not too interesting, but still very good. I mean, the fact that's in 50th place is pretty crazy. It's a testament to how great Tears of Kingdom is. Alright, 49th is Gemimik Shrine, Hidden Metal. My biggest problem with the shrine is the freaking devs Sorry, guys. I love the devs. Thank you so much for all you've done. If you're watching this video, you're the best. You're the greatest. What the heck? But also, don't call the shrine hidden metal. It's not hidden if you tell me it's hidden. Also, bro, this could have been so epic if I would have figured this out on my own without the stupid title spoiling it. But no, the whole point. Also, we could have, even if, okay, I probably should take the name out of it because that isn't really part of the shrine. But the biggest problem is just we get one piece of hidden metal and that's really it. Like, we get a little puzzle beforehand, but if we got a bunch of hidden pieces of metal throughout the shrine, it could have been really cool. Like, we get, oh, there's a fake wall over there. You can take it out and, oh, there's a metal block. Nice. Or like a lot of cool things we could have done, but honestly, this is kind of mid. All right. 48th, the Gatanisis Shrine Drifting Flame. This was another one that had so many cool ideas, had such a cool idea, but did not capitalize on the idea fully. I don't really know how I would fix this one, so honestly, this one can stay the way it is. But the idea of having to recall the shrine to activate all the torches while standing on the switch was awesome. I remember, I think what I did is I don't know what I did the first time, but it's kind of stupid. I think what did I do? It was not what I was supposed to do. And I went to replay this shrine for this video, and I was like, sick. This shrine is epic. I think I threw fire fruits at a weird angle or something. No. I took a flame emitter and put wait, no. That's not how it works. You can't put flame emitters in a shrine. No, I think I might have put, I don't even know what I did. It was crazy. Whatever I did, I think I might have thrown bombs from a distance. Whatever I did was stupid, but the second time I did the shrine, I was like, awesome. This is a cool shrine, but it's a little too short, and you could cheese it. The fact I cheesed it, of all people, means that it's a little too cheesable. And yeah. Oh, I know what I did. It's a weight sensor, so I just put down a bunch of weapons on it, because I thought that's what I needed to do for some reason. And then I thought that candle was just there for the aesthetic, because I'm kind of stupid. So then I put a bunch of greatswords down, and I just shot fire arrows at all of them. I was like, bro, that was dumb. This shrine sucks. And I went back and played it, and I was like, this is cool. So yeah, anyway. All right, 47th place, Gemimik Shrine, Turbine Power. Again, there's too many of these in this game, and it makes me so sad, because this game is already so great, and it could have been even better. But this is just cool. Turbine Power, we attach fire to a turbine and make it spin around, light up these torches. It's so basic, yet so satisfying. Love this. It could have been really cool if we got some more wind and fire dungeons. I mean, wind and fire puzzles. Like, maybe we could have called this wind and fire, and then this would be one of the puzzles. And then we could make a puzzle where it's kind of like you put fire, and then you put, like, take a Korok seed and fan the fire to make it bigger. Like, kind of like what a pine cone would do, like how it would work in real life. That would be cool. There could be some awesome fire and wind puzzles, but honestly, this doesn't capitalize it on as fully as I would like. Alright, in 46th place, Igashuk Shrine, Force Transfer. This is another shrine I love talking about, even though it's not near the top of my list. Because in an alternate universe, this would have been a top 3 shrine for me. The idea of transferring force from one contraption to another is awesome. We had a bit more of a complicated Rube Goldberg machine added to the end of the shrine. I would have adored the shrine. Like, if we would have taken the shrine, then I had like 2 more puzzles at the end, it would have been great. We could have taken, so I mean, this still utilizes force transfer like fine, but it's not too great. I'd love to see an enormous final room full of different contraptions scattered about, locked behind hidden small keys. And after unlocking each of these contraptions, we could build a large centerpiece in the middle of the shrine. We could build a contraption that transfers the force from a spinning gear on the floor all the way to the spinning gear on the roof, and then the end of the shrine would open. It'd be so cool. I don't know if you guys like that idea, but I think that'd be sick. So at least give me a courtesy round of applause or something down in the comments, but seriously. Like, I think we should, if we just had the idea, like, build this whole contraption, and because of our building, because of all these, like, just payoff, we could transfer some force to another and, like, open the end of the shrine. Like, that'd be cool. But, like, I can think of, like, 6 more ideas for awesome rooms related to transferring force from one object to another. They don't even have to all do with gears. Like, honestly, this could have been the coolest shrine in the game for me. I said top 3, but really, this could have been my favorite. Okay, now I'm just not going to say anything else because I'm no developer. Like, I don't know how to make this stuff. Maybe I'm just on crystal meth or something, but this could have been better, but like it's still great, so A tier. Alright, in 45th place, the Mayachideg Shrine timely catches. This is an intense puzzle. This Shrine's second puzzle might just be the most intense in the whole Tears Kingdom. You have to fall from the sky onto a switch before the ball gets there, and it's so cool and defies any semblance of the law of gravity, because why the heck does Link fall faster? Anyway, the first puzzle is also pretty fun. I mean, these aren't hard, but they're epic. They're intense. They're not even puzzles, they're events. Anyway, alright, let's move on before I start getting really cringy. Alright, in 44th place, the Domizuin Shrine. This is the first S tier shrine. We're getting there. We're near the top. Not really, we still have 44. But Domizuin Shrine, we got the tides rising, and this was sick because we need more games of the tides rise. This was cool. This felt more like something that'd be in like Phantom Hourglass or Wind Waker, but like, bro, the lowering and rising of tides is pretty epic. And we get this little obstacle course, and then we get like vibe through this obstacle course and get to the shrine. I also complete this quest for this random dude. Nice, nice. Alright. 43rd place, the Igashuk Shrine, the ability to create. This was the shrine that introduced Ultra Hand in an effective yet not too difficult way to start. Like, it's a great introduction to an amazing ability, but I have two problems with it that hold it back from being higher on the S tier. First of all, the Ultra Hand controls. Like, this is the first shrine that you're using Ultra Hand, so it was just, I have bad memories of this shrine. I was like, what is this? How are we doing this? What the heck? I mean, this happened to me with Magnesis for the first time. I just feel like these abilities are hard to get the king of at the beginning, and when you're doing it for the first time, it's boring. It hurts. And that's fine, though. Like, I can accept that. But the second nitpick I have makes this fall, like, way lower on the list than I wanted it to be. Because that top platform, I mean, I know it's like you used an example, but we didn't need that example, could figure it out on our own. But anyway, but there's that top little thingy that you can use to get up, and it would have been so cool if you had to build an Ultra Hand contraption to get up there and get some epic treasure chests. It'd be super cool to get. Maybe if it gave us like it's hard to get up there. It took me like an hour to get up there because I thought there'd be a hidden chest up there, but nothing. But like, if we had some cool little like treasure chest up there, maybe like give us like a, I don't know, give us like a blue Lionel mace horn or something cool for doing it, because that's hard to do. But like, we could have totally added an awesome chest there. Like, I spent an hour trying to reach those top platforms. It was just so cool. Like, because if we got a really good item at the beginning of the game to fuse, we would have been all bonkers. We would have been like, oh, there's new Lionel horns. Oh, we could have got a ferocious scale or something. Like, we could have had one of the best hidden chests in the game. But nah, it's just mid. Like, because we could have had a way better chest than just, oh, it's on a platform, use a log to get up there. Oh, I actually don't even think that's what it was. Oh, let's just grab the chest with Ultra Hand. Wow, so interesting. No, I can't put it any higher than this on S tier. Alright, in 42nd place, the Wallow Shrine. Alright, lever power. Okay, this shrine was annoying as sin, but I have a love-hate relationship with it because the physics in this shrine are epic. Like, the fact the physics engine is this good is insane. But, like, it's cool. I said it's annoying why I think it's cool. The shrine quest is also cool. The fact that this is after that Whitebird quest. The Whitebird quest was cool. However, it also sucked because I was looking for hours thinking it'd be like a white bird. But no, it was a white bird painted on a mountain. So there was two annoying things. The shrine puzzle and the shrine quest were both annoying, but they were both cool. And I want to place them higher on this list, but I just can't. Because they're both really cool, but they both piss me off. And yeah, I liked the physics. I liked the bird. But, like, it's still S tier for me because I wasn't that annoyed. I thought it was good, but I just wish it wasn't as annoying. Alright. 41st place, Igashuk Shrine, the right roll. This is even more annoying than the last shrine, but it's more creative, so I'm going to take it. Because you have to attach different sizes of balls together to make these balls roll in certain directions. It is awesome because it's talking about like a center of balance. Like, it is a really cool idea for a shrine, and I did not think that something like this would be in Tears of the Kingdom. It's really cool. It's such a cool shrine, but it really is annoying. Like, it's super kind of annoying. And I wish I could put it higher because it deserves to be higher, but it's just annoying. So yeah. Alright, 40th place, the TOTK Shrine. This is kind of stupid. It's like probably my stupidest pick on this list because It's a sky crystal shrine. But this one is cool because you're going through these hallways like freaking Indiana Jones while rock legs are trapping you, getting shot. You have to actually defeat these enemies to protect the crystal. Like, it actually felt like there was some epicness to defending this crystal. Yeah, guys, I like this one. S tier. Alright. Okay, Jochi-iu Shrine, the Dragonhead Island Shrine. This is cool. It's a checkpoint just in case you lose Mineru's head, which would be super annoying, and a reward for finishing the 5th stage quest. And for me, it was right around the time, one of my best moments in the whole game, because I went to the Thunderhead Isles without having no idea about the 5th stage side quest. And all of a sudden, I land here, I beat the shrine, I'm like, ha, I'm done. But then all of a sudden, in the distance, I see that big door that was like the Temple of Time. I was like, Boo-ah. And I was like, what is this? Mineru's head. This is so cool, one of my favorite moments in the game, because this was like the only reason I found out about this was because I was like, okay, there's probably a shrine up there. Epic! And yes, if I would have done the quest, maybe I would have liked it less, I would have liked it better, I don't know. But I'm going to be biased to rank this in S tier because just one of my favorite moments in the game is just so close to this shrine. It's like literally the shrine is a checkpoint to get there, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, the TOTK Shrine is fun. It's like you get to use one of my favorite blessing shrines in the game. Yeah, you get to use the minecart room that precedes the shrine. It's a little bit cheesable, but it's not too cheesable. You get to go on these like minecart rails. You get to use your Nobo to flip them around. It's literally like a smaller fire temple little thing. It's like a room in the fire temple, but a little more straightforward, so that's pretty fun. Really like the shrine. Alright, in 37th place, the Mayachideg Shrine, Downward Force. My favorite temple in the game was surprisingly the Wind Temple. A lot of people didn't agree with this, but the pirate ships to get up there were super fun. The trek was super fun. Tulin, my favorite stage by far. Let's see, the boss was my favorite boss in the game. Like, I loved all this stuff. Sure, the puzzles there were kind of bad, but I'm okay with that for what we got. The bouncy pirate ships were just one of my favorite things in the whole Tears of the Kingdom. Like, this was awesome, and I also love bullet time. So because we're using bullet time and bouncy things at the same time, this is like the McDonald's shrines for me. It's just, I like it even though it isn't even that good. But like, it's just epic. Alright, I'm gonna stop cringing. S tier. Alright. Oh my gosh. Okay guys, if you keep hearing clicking sounds, I'm sorry. My chair, like, will not stop clicking and it's obnoxiously loud. But it's the only chair my parents let me have in this stupid room. So I apologize. But anyway, 36th place. Mayachideg Shrine, an upright device. I was very shocked by the stabilizer Zonai device. Didn't expect it to be a device, nor did I expect to even like this device. Like, even once I realized it was in the game, I was like, this is not good. Like, this is not going to be cool. It's like, it's just straightening things. Like, what about all the gates? Just kidding, I'm joking. But like, it's just not that cool because this, I thought it was not going to be that cool at least. But no, these stabilizers are epic. We actually use Ascend in some interesting ways in this shrine. While it's not like S plus for me, it's still a good shrine. Alright, 35, the Gatatisis Shrine, Ride the Winds. Okay, come on. This is not that interesting, I will admit. But I don't care. I have good memories of this shrine. It's kind of like Mallet Smash. I watched my girlfriend play it. And it was really fun. She died a lot, and I felt super bad because I told her this was the easiest shrine in the game, and then she died 7 times. And I was like, no! I'm the worst boyfriend ever. But anyway, that's probably not true. But like, anyway, it was one of the easiest shrines in the game for me at least. It was like my half a minute of fun. But I want more wind obstacle courses. I love this crap. Like, the whole wind obstacle course, great. I love the wind diving stuff. Like, all this stuff is awesome. I love any of these, like, paraglider shrines. And this one was epic. I want more of this. It could have been, like, 15 times longer, and I would have been down for it. But you can't put it higher than S tier. It's not really that good. And then, in 34th place is the Jochi-iu Shrine. Aid from above. This is awesome. It's a laser dodging thing. And again, I watched my girlfriend play this one. Again, same deal. She didn't die as much on this one. But, I mean, if you haven't really been using the paraglider much, when you haven't really played Breath of the Wild for 100 whatever hours, like I had, okay, I get it if you don't know his paraglider. But anyway, the laser puzzles, we all When we were in 2nd grade, we all wanted these laser puzzle things at our birthday party. Don't even pretend to say otherwise. And this was epic. Like dodging the lasers, all that crap, and at the end ascending so you didn't get hit by the laser gate. It was cool. And it reminded me of Super Paper Mario. Anything that reminds me of Super Paper Mario is a masterpiece. Alright, anyway. 33rd, the TOTK Shrine alignment. I usually criticize shrines for being ascend shrines or consisting of a single puzzle, but this one just, I don't know. This towering apparatus was more than just a single puzzle. You had to move the different ultra. I mean, it was one puzzle, but it felt like more because you had to move everything, align it perfectly, and then align it differently for the chest. You just had a lot of stuff because it uses the ascend ability better than any other shrine in the game except for one, and it's just really cool. It makes it feel more like an integrated part of Link's ability set instead of just a dev tool or a Game Shark ability or any of that crap. It's really cool, and it's just a great shrine in my opinion. Alright, in 32nd place, Gatanisis Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. I love this stupid light cast island. Activating the island, yeah. Blowing up the rubble, yeah. Going inside the island to solve some awesome mirror puzzles, kinda yeah. This is just so cool. I mean, the light puzzles are more basic than the other light puzzles. Other light shrines, Lightning Temple, some of those other things in the Gerudo freaking desert. The simplicity though worked for me because the aesthetic was so good. Being inside an island was awesome. While I wish I could say this is the best light shrine in the game, the mirror puzzle just doesn't do it for me as much as I wish it did. But S tier. Alright, the Rasitakiwak Shrine. Proving Grounds vehicles. Okay, I love the Proving Grounds shrines. Each of them has a new and unique, innovative spin on combat. While vehicles aren't anything groundbreaking since they're a huge part of the game, bro, this dungeon gives a good spin on vehicles. You get to build a freaking cannon car with like 6 cannons on it. It's so cool. Don't use the weapons also. That's boring. Utilizing the vehicles is very important and it's very fun. And I give this an S shrine. Not S shrine, an S tier. Alright. 30th place is the Jochi-iu Shrine. Ability to rewind. Okay. This shrine is not that great, whatever, but it is one of the best shrines in the game for me because the first time I rewinded something was just so cool. Okay, you're probably saying, bruh, you rewinded something to get there, and to that I say yes, but I also didn't get to rewind something falling off a waterfall. That was so cool. That was one of my favorite moments in the whole game, I'm not gonna lie. The first time I recalled something that splashed and like it does a little splash and goes up. Oh, it was so cool. Greatest moment in game. Just kidding, not really, but pretty good. And then my favorite recall puzzle in any of these shrines. Okay, maybe not. No, I think the Backtrack Shrine might be my favorite recall puzzle. Or there's some other ones. But one of my favorite recall puzzles is the clock puzzle at the end of the shrine. We have to line up the minute hand and the hour hand to open up the end of the shrine. It's just awesome. Alright. In 29th place, the Mayachideg Shrine, a fixed device. Okay, this shrine pissed me off when I first played it. I put it in F tier. I was like, this shrine is garbage. Spent an hour trying to figure it out because I'm a stupid idiot. And I was like, no, this shrine sucks. The more I've thought about it, the more I've let it simmer in the back of the mind, the more I've talked about this shrine and how bad it was. And then I realized, no, this ain't bad. And then I played it again and I was like, this is sick. And it was epic. I love this shrine. It always comes to mind as a memorable shrine. I love how it trusts in your logic to build a contraption without holding your hand like every other freaking shrine in the game. Like, it's something I miss about older Zelda titles. And in this case, like, I actually had to solve something. It was way better than swing to hit. It was way better than precise strike. Way better than long or wide. Way better than all these dumb other stupid shrines. So like, this one was really cool. Not too interesting on paper, but being able to build your own like baseball device thingy without any hand holding, S tier for me. Alright, 28th place. The Mogawak Shrine, the Power Water, another S tier shrine. My only complaint about this shrine is I wish there was more. The whole idea of the shrine is creating a turbine to create electricity and power an elevator. So what you do is you do the turbine, then you fill that cell with the electricity from the turbine. This was so cool! So cool, the power of water. We could have had so much more though. Like, what if there's a freaking dam in the second room where we get to build a dam and get some electricity, and then after building that dam we could build get some energy in the cell and then build a bigger elevator, or we could use the energy in that cell and put it on a hover bike
and maybe like we just fly upwards for like 3 minutes straight with the power of electricity, and it would be so epic. Maybe there could be some like flying constructs to like beat us up on the way up. It could have been so cool. But as it is, it's still really good. S tier for me. Alright, 27th place, the Sinatanika Shrine, an uplifting device. I hate stupid hot air balloons. The only time I like the hot air balloons is when me and my girlfriend, I'm mentioning her because she has some funny stories in this game, but she took Impa and put her in the hot air balloon sideways. Bro, what are you doing? But whatever. Like, I hate these hot air balloons except for that story. But why would I put this shrine on the top of the list when hoverstones and rockets exist? Or hoverbikes? Or campfire with pine cones? Because unlike using hot air balloons out in the world, which sucks, in the shrine it works as a device because you don't have anything else. You don't have anything else you can use unless you attach a rocket to your shield and walk into the shrine. But that doesn't work for carrying the balls anyway, so it's a very restrictive yet open shrine that utilizes contraptions to their best potential. It's just one big room, but I like it that way. And the hot air balloon is the only Zonai device in the game that I don't really think, other than the stupid light Zonai device, this is one of my only ones in the game where like it has a spotlight here. Like, I usually kind of hate the hot air balloon. Here I love it, so overall love this shrine. It's not too innovative, but it's really fun. Alright, in 26th place, the Jochi-ihiga Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. I will admit this shrine took me a hot second, but I felt so cool after figuring this one out, even though it was so simple. I checked out the body of water using Ultra Hand to find some square keys. I killed enemies, seeing, oh, maybe they have it on like a necklace or something. That was a stupid idea. Then I looked at the square shapes for a bit. I was like, oh, ice! Bro, that was epic. I mean, I'm kind of an idiot for not figuring that out earlier, but like, bro, the ice keys. This is what I'm talking about for Zelda puzzles. Alright, and in 25th place, the Gatanisis Shrine, the best blessing shrine in the game. Not best blessing shrine, sorry. The best shrine quest in the game. Dying to find it. It is so cool. You have to build up this apparatus, and you have to dye this mural with a shadow to open up the shrine. It's so cool. So cool. I can't say anything else to change this shrine. It's not going to be S+ no matter what, but it is still a very, very, very good shrine. One of my favorites in the game. Alright, in 24th place, 10 Bez Shrine, Gravity and Velocity. I adored this shrine. Again, this is like what I was saying about the Force Transfer Shrine. This could have been top 3, top 1, top anything. But just, it didn't capitalize on the idea of gravity changing that much. We get one shrine in the game with gravity changing, and it didn't use it to full effect. It used it well, but we could have came up with some insane ideas. I mean, now that I'm thinking about changing gravity, I was thinking maybe it would be so cool if the water temple had a huge puzzle where like there at the very center you had to hit a switch and it would change the gravity, so it would have its like own gravitational center, and then if you hit that switch it falls into the water underwater. Oh, that would have been so cool. Sorry, that could be for a potential future Zelda game devs. If you're listening to this, that'd be cool, going from the sky to underwater in a single shrine. But not single shrine, that'd be crazy, single dungeon. But like, anyway, there's so many things you could do with gravity manipulation in Tears of the Kingdom, and it really fit with the game. But in this particular shrine, just I feel like we could have done a lot more with gravity and velocity. Like, there are a lot of things we can do with this idea that weren't done. I mean, it was cool as it was, but not even an S+ tier. And that's kind of sad, because it could have been my favorite shrine of the game. Alright, in 23rd place is the Mayachideg Shrine, a reflective device. Bro, I don't even like light puzzles that much, yet Tears of the Kingdom made me like them. Bro. I mean, there's that one light puzzle place in like Wind Waker or something that was actually spicy, but this was cool. It was a set precedent for the Lightning Temple, the Buried Light Shrine, and it was an introductory shrine for the reflective device that doesn't make the players feel like they learned absolutely nothing about the device. There was a bunch of different little rooms, and there was like a couple of different puzzles to get some chests. There's some cool crap here, and I loved this. I loved this reflective device shrine. S tier. Alright. My first S+, no, not S+ yet. Okay. The Jochi-iu Shrine alignment with the circles. This is another one I love to talk about. A lot of people probably didn't like this shrine. but integrating the green rings of the roof of the shrine into the shrine was genius, because in a lot of Zelda games you just don't look up at the roof. The only times I can really think of looking at the roof, those stupid hands in Ocarina of Time. I mean, I'm sure there's some other examples that are probably awesome, but in a 3D Zelda game, the last thing you're usually thinking is, oh, let's look up at the roof. And that was cool. I liked figuring out this puzzle. And then I didn't really know how to get the chest. So I was looking around. I was like, where is the chest? I beat the shrine and I couldn't find the chest. And then I kept looking, and I looked at the sky in the second room, and I saw the green circle. I was like, okay, well, it's a green circle. So what? There's green circles, whatever. But then I kept looking around, and there's nothing. But then I realized, oh my gosh, it's a green circle. That's going to be one of these like orange things. So then I pull out Ultra Hand, and there it was. My favorite shrine chest in the whole game, because it was just super well hidden. It was awesome. And yeah, I mean, this shrine wasn't the most special thing, but that chest was super cool. And I loved that this took the idea of that dumb star counting shrine in Breath of the Wild and made it actually good. It was really cool. One of my favorite shrines in the game. I mean, number 22 is still pretty insane when you got 152. So it's a simple shrine in retrospect, but it's one that I love, so S tier. Alright, number 21, the Gatanisis Shrine, Midair Perch. If you watch my Zonai device ranking video, you know that I am the biggest hoverstone simp on the planet. It's like my second favorite Zonai device for no good reason. They're floating platforms that do absolutely nothing, but what the heck, I love them. And in this dungeon, it displays the hoverstone's abilities, from manipulating walkways to building staircases, to shooting forward with rockets, to just looking cool. I love this shrine, S tier. Alright. Another S tier. And that's going to be the launching device, the Rauru Shrine. Launching device. I love my rockets. And this just loves to use rockets. Just hitting switches with rockets, flying across the map with rockets, flying to the sky with rockets, going on roller coaster rails with rockets. Bro, there's nothing better. Okay, there is. There's 19 shrines that are better, but I still love this. Alright, I'm moving on. 19th place is the Jochi-ihiga Shrine. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not good at pronouncing these. Fire and ice. Fire and water was mediocre. This was pretty great. Melting the ice to make it fit to hit the switch. Awesome. Sliding the ice down the spikes. Awesome. Taking the panel and getting it from point A to point B to block the fire and hit another switch with an ice block. Old Zelda. But I just love this shrine so much, and having these opposite elements come together to make a tight, incredibly interesting shrine was awesome. S tier. Alright. In 18th place is the Mayachideg Shrine, a route for a ball. I love the ideas present in the shrine. I wish there were a couple more puzzles, but I'm not going to get mad. Idea of attaching the different spheres, ascending into them, recalling them, stopping them in midair. It's all super fun. Yeah, I wish there was more. The biggest flaw is that it's too short, and when that's the biggest flaw in a shrine, that's pretty epic. Alright, 17th place at King Shrine, Shining in Darkness. This is an epic, like, you have a little like light thing, and you have to go through this whole dark maze. If you use Bright Bloom Seeds, you're kind of ruining the whole aesthetic, but you have to, there's tons of hidden chests in here, more than any other shrine, I'm pretty sure. A locked door, spike walls, lasers, just some of the best chests in the game. And I kept checking my menu like, okay, that had to have been the last chest. And I'm like, wait, no, it wasn't. And then I find a cooler chest. There's one in the freaking roof, for heaven's sakes, that I would have never found unless I was kind of just looking everywhere. Love the shrine's atmosphere. I did not spoil it with the Bright Bloom Seeds, because that would have made it boring. But just, it's a good old typical dungeon, like Zelda 1 style crap. S tier. Alright, 16th place. We're still in the S tier. We're almost at S+. The Gatanisis Shrine, Bridging the Sands. This shrine was full of enemies, puzzles, and just did so much more with the idea than the other similar shrines in the game. This honestly felt like a mini dungeon. Like, it really felt like what shrines should be. And while it wasn't super innovative, it was still a blast and more reminiscent of a main dungeon room than a shrine. I've literally replayed this shrine multiple times just for the heck of it. Sure, I wasted materials, but like, bro, I like this shrine. Awesome. Alright. almost S plus tier, we have the 15th Shrine, Soryotanong Shrine, Buried Light, another light puzzle shrine. Took the sand aesthetic to a whole nother level. It had sand puzzle, wind puzzles, and light puzzles. It was just a light, it felt like a mini lightning temple. It's just awesome. Not quite S plus tier, but pretty dang near close. Alright, 14th place, we're finally in the S plus tier. Built for rails. This shrine, again, like the fixed device, was so annoying the first time. Because I was just like, this is stupid. But then as I've looked back, I was like, I love that shrine. I had a good time. Me and my dad and my brother were all freaking out about how it wasn't working. And in the end, it just happened to be that the game was like kind of like clipping out and it wasn't really working. Because I ended up watching someone do the same strategy as me on YouTube. And they worked perfectly fine for them, but not for me. So that was kind of funny. So a lot of this shrine just had to do with not working, but honestly that made it more fun for me because I built some insane contraptions for that final puzzle. Like insane as all heck. It's hilarious how bad they were, but there's some good thinking here. And I was even on the phone with my girlfriend too, so we have like 5 people just all just freaking out about, oh my gosh, this stupid shrine. And this is what I love. I love these puzzles that take you a lot of attempts to beat. I love the wacky physics engine, trying to figure out the puzzle. I love stupid rails. S plus tier for me. Alright, 13th place, Anisa Shrine, ability combine. I loved all the great Sky Island shrines, but this is my favorite. This shrine is perfect. It is short, sweet, fun, and to the point. It teaches the player about fuse. Doesn't give away all its secrets. It's limited but opened up for the doors of creativity to soar, and it introduced us to one of the best, if not the best, ability in Zelda history. I love Fuse. This shrine is what kindled that initial love for it, so I feel this to be an S plus shrine. Alright, I'm going to do this one quickly, all these next few, because I'm just going to give a couple sentences about each of these amazing Proving Grounds shrines, because these ones were amazing. Alright, first, Proving Grounds Lure. Proving Grounds Lure was all about getting enemies to fall into these set traps, and you hit switches, and like Indiana Jones ball would fly down, or you would do all this stuff. It was really cool, really good use of Proving Grounds. Like if a Proving Grounds shrine lives up to its name, it's going in S plus for me, to be honest. Alright, TOTK Shrine, Proving Grounds Traps. This was like more like, it was kind of like, Lure was a bit more like upfront, personal, and then you lure them in and then you hit them. Traps is more of a sneaky type one where you like throw fire, shoot a fire arrow from across the room, blow someone up, and then hide so no one sees you. And then it's kind of like invading the Skull Forts in Breath of the Wild. Like it's kind of like that. Like you want to be super sneaky. It's kind of like some of those Trial of the Sword quests where like if you weren't sneaky you were dead. So like the TOTK Shrine had some fun stuff to it with their sneaky traps. Then in 10th place, the Gatanisis Shrine, Proving Grounds Ascension. You get this huge map. And while it's not really the most interesting in terms of like the battling, the map is epic. Like you get all these like bridges and it just looks like this awesome place. You get all these bridges, you get to ascend and combat and stuff. And I like, and you get to ascend, like when you do ascend, you can survey your surroundings before you do anything stupid, because it freezes you in time for some reason. And you get to see like there's all these swinging carts, there's these bridges, and it's just a really cool room. I mean, I do wish it was a little harder, but honestly that's fine. 9th place, the Igashuk Shrine, Proving Grounds Infiltration. This is like a freaking sneaky puzzle thingy with combat. It's fun. It's actually probably the hardest Proving Grounds shrine. It's fun. It's unique. It's not that unique, but I don't know. I still liked it. It was a great Proving Grounds shrine and a lot of sneakiness and a lot of fun attacking. Number 8, Mayachideg Shrine, Proving Grounds The Hunt. The Hunt is awesome. It utilizes AI to great effect. This is the most chaotic Proving Grounds shrine. It is awesome. There's AI all over the place, beating up the constructs. There's beam emitters. There's flame emitters. The ice emitters. There's whatever the other one, shock emitters. There's all sorts of things all over this freaking place. And you can get an army of like 6 little friends to be fighting for you. And you get all these epic things you can use. And I love this fighting. And then my favorite Proving Grounds shrine in the game, number 7, is the Gemimik Shrine, Proving Grounds Flow. It was so good. I mean, it was like the most creative of them all. It wasn't as chaotic as the last one. It was just way better than all the other Faron shrines too. Very interesting shrine. The wood buoys would bop up and down a large centerpiece. You have to beat up all these different constructs on these different buoys, and each buoy had its own theme. One of them was a time bomb one was like electric one was a fire one was an ice one. And so sometimes you get someone shooting ice at you, and then it would hit the buoy, and then it would like knock it over because of the way they aim their ice. Sometimes you would time bomb and blow up a whole buoy, or one would catch on fire and it would burn, or you get shocked and they hit the water and you're just dead. Like, this is awesome. There's some very interesting stuff here. The constructs had varied weapons. The time bombs and different elements just really add an extra layer to this very unique shrine. This great experience. The Proving Grounds Flow Shrine is one of my favorite shrines in the game. Alright, we're so close to the top. We have 6 left, and 3 in S plus tier, and 3 in S plus plus tier, because I just had to make another tier for my top 3 shrines. But in 6th place is the Jochi-iu Shrine, Deep Force. This shrine is one of the easiest shrines in the game. I'm not going to lie to you, it's so easy. But I don't care, because this was epic. This is my favorite shrine. I beat 75 shrines before something dethroned this shrine, and that's pretty crazy. The unique use of physics in this shrine and the floatational devices, you sink them really low and then they shoot up in the air. I love that we get to do this in a game. Last puzzle was absolutely awesome. It just made me think, how can I manipulate other physics in this game? Like, what other things can I do that I don't know how to do? Like, maybe I need to do some of those weird, like, bomb thingies people are doing in Breath of the Wild. Like, I don't know how to do all this, but this shrine makes me want to use the physics engine better. I love this shrine. It took me, like, 75 shrines to find a better shrine than this one. I love this one so much. If you don't like this one, fine. It's easy. It's not that interesting, but it just was for me. It really just encapsulated what I like in Zelda shrines. So yeah. Alright, in 5th place, the Gatanisis Shrine Jailbreak. First time I played this, I found it not memorable enough. And when I came back to it, I was like, wait, I don't remember this shrine. But the second time I beat it, okay, to be fair, that's probably because I stayed up till 3 a.m. playing this game sometimes and lost all semblance of consciousness. But this was fantastic. It was one of the 2 shrines in the game where Ascend was awesome. We get to manipulate these things with Ultra Hand and get to different platforms and get different chests and get different stuff. And at the end, we get a little jailbreak section with, if that, honestly, that could have been so much better, but whatever, because I liked the shrine. I don't know why I put it so high on this list, but I just did. It's just that good for me. I don't know why, bro, but it is. Alright, in 4th place, the Cheecham Shrine, Rauru's Blessing. This shrine was fun, bro. Getting to it, one of the best Rauru's, not one of the best. My favorite Rauru's Blessing shrine in the game. There's a whole new little dungeon to get in the shrine. You go down and then it's like the Maya village. No. Something. And it was this little mini dungeon where there's like different goddess statues pointing around, and there's a dungeon. It actually literally is a dungeon. There's a prison with chests, gyptos, pits, ascend puzzles, different stuff. Oh, goddess statues. Like, it was really not goddess statues. The warrior statues, the pointing with the swords. This is an easy S plus tier for me. One of the highest shrines in the game. Not an S plus plus. Not a top 3 shrine, but just outside of that. Alright, my top 3 shrines in the game. Mogasari Shrine, Courage to Jump. With an awesome obstacle course on a freaking car. This is peak Zelda fun. Sure, it isn't really a puzzle dungeon like some of the other top tier shrines on this list, but it's just so fun. You ride through all these obstacle courses, crash into enemies and walls, and at the very end, you have to jump off your car in some epic, like Fast and Furious garbage, make it to the end without falling to your death. This idea of having the courage to jump at the end was sick. This is a masterclass of a shrine for me. It wasn't super innovative. I mean, it kind of was, but like for Zelda, it wasn't like super crazy, but it was incredibly fun, and at the end of the day, that's what really matters. S++. Alright, in 2nd place, Orochium Shrine, Courage to Fall. Of the 3 Courage 2 shrines, my favorite. The fact that 2 of the 3 made it to my top 3, I don't know, bro. I love these shrines. Alright, anyway, Orochium Shrine, my 2nd favorite shrine, Tears of the Kingdom. I could talk about the shrine all day. This is the type of crap I love to see in shrines. Sure, the name kind of spoils it, But even with the name spoiling it, like, I don't think I can really rank it. Like, Hidden Metal, I really did rank it where I think it belonged. But here, this is where I think it belongs. If you don't look at the name, it's so much more fun. But, because I didn't actually see the name, I was kind of... I think I was busy talking to someone. I just didn't pay attention what the name of the shrine was. That made it so much more fun for me. You have to find a secret path to get through the doors without dying. Then you have to kill some enemies and arrive at a locked door. Then you get to walk around, find a key, get the ball from the room, and then you're like, bro, how do I get this ball back? And, well, sorry, I skipped a step. The most important step. So you're trying to find this key to get the ball and go to the end of the puzzle and fly the ball over with wings. But I was just like, all hope is lost, so I wanted to reset myself at the beginning of the dungeon. So I jumped into the lasers, and guess what? Bro, the small key was under the lasers. It was so cool. And then after all this like little infiltration stuff with the elevators and a secret room, then we take this ball and fly it to the beginning of the shrine. And it's one of those shrines where it loops to itself. It just is the type of stuff that I want in a full-on dungeon. Like, these top three shrines to me are like on par with some of the old Zelda stuff in terms of dungeon design. Like, Tears of Kingdom and Breath of the Wild are fantastic games, but I still don't think their puzzles are all that great. But like here, I love it. Alright, number 1, the TOTK Shrine Forward Force. Definitely an S++ tier shrine for me. The shrine's a huge puzzle loop with tons of puzzles you have to carry a ball through before you can get back to the beginning of the shrine and open the final door of the shrine. You have to maneuver vehicles through lava, build an escalator out of wheels, and build a steamboat contraption out of the available materials. This shrine took a bit of thought, and each puzzle was so different from the last and incorporated the same idea of moving forward with force. While the first puzzle was incredibly basic, the fact the second two were some of my favorite moments in the whole game is crazy. I mean, there's so many grand spectacles in this game, but these two puzzles I won't forget in terms of Zelda puzzles. On top of that, the layout of the shrine was looped. Like, I love these freaking loop shrines. I don't know why, but anytime you start and end in the same place, it's like a chiasmus. It's like this good old mice thread stuff for all those book nerds out there that probably aren't watching this video. But you know what? Yes, sir. That's my favorite shrine in all Tears of Kingdom. I'm done. I'm going to go get a Diet Coke and some mozzarella. Oh, no, it's 3 a.m. Well, I want to go get a Diet Coke and some mozzarella sticks from Sonic to celebrate finishing this enormous video. But peace out, Zelda nerds. Thank you all for watching this video. Remember, share with friends because those milestones, 3,000, I'll make a Breath of the Wild ranking. Because if you like this video, you'll probably like that too. 5,000, I'll make a Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom mega ranking, all 272 shrines. And then we can 10,000, I'll rank all the light routes. 25,000, I'll rank all the quests. 50,000, I'll rank all the Korok seeds. And 100,000, I'll rank all the Breath of the Wild Korok seeds. So thank you guys all for watching this video. Remember, look at life with a forward force mentality. Peace out, Zelda nerds. Have a fantastic day. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this with other people so that we can get those epic videos. Because honestly, if I'm not getting like the views from this video, I really won't have enough of a desire to go back and make those other ones. So thank you guys all for watching. Please be sure to check out more because I want to be making Zelda content until I have gray hair. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.